So that's right, better late than never, but finally the Tom Petty vinyl box set is here.
And there goes the last DJ who plays when he...
So hello and yes, welcome back to another video, guys. Now then, finally it's time for me to go over the Tom Petty vinyl box set with you guys. Now, I know I said I was going to be doing this, a couple weeks ago now, I think, was the original release date for this. Well, of course, the box got delayed. There was issues with the box. It didn't get dispatched on the original planned release date. So, yeah, there were big problems with this box. However, it's finally here. So, first off, I have to apologise about the video being so late. I don't know what happened. It didn't just happen here in the UK. It happened in America. It happened in all over Europe. The box just did not dispatch on the original planned release date. So it was a tad annoying for me because I'd said to you guys, I was building up a lot of hype. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this video. We're going to do it. We're going to have a lot of fun. And anyway, here we are. Finally, 2 weeks later. It arrived a couple days ago. However, I was working on those days and I don't get back till late in the evening. And the lighting is so bad in the evening. I thought I'm just going to wait till a day when I'm at home. So anyway, finally here I am. I'm at home. We got natural lighting, the window is open and it's coming in, and yeah, anyway I thought I'd come down here, have a Tom Petty concert on in the background to film the video, and talk about the box. So yeah, anyway, let's take a look at it. Anyway, so before we get off to too much, I will say straight off the bat, the box is a bit of a mixed feeling. The box is, I'm very happy to have it. I'm very happy to have these albums on vinyl. But could this box have been done better? That's for sure it could have. So anyway, let's take a look at it. First off here we have the cover of the box, which I do like the cover. This is the best thing about the box itself. I love the photo that they've used. Really nice. So anyway, what have we got on here? Let's take a look. So we've got the Complete Studio Albums, Volume 2, 1994, which of course is when Wildflowers come out, through to 2014, which was when Hypnotic Eye come out. And even though it does say the Heartbreakers at the bottom of the box, this does also include some solo Tom albums. I apologise there. So if I turn this round, you can see the albums which you get inside here. So as you can see, it actually does start off with a solo Tom album. We get Wildflowers. And then the next album up in here will be She's the One, which is back with the Heartbreakers. And then we get Echo, which is also with the Heartbreakers. And then we've got The Last DJ, which is with the Heartbreakers. And then we go to another solo Tom album here with Hypnotic Eye. And then we've got two more Heartbreakers albums here with Mojo and then Hypnotic Eye. So it really doesn't say much about what you get in here. You actually get all of the track listing down the bottom, which does surprise me. So if I bring this up a bit closer, you can see that. And yeah, you get nice pictures on there. But overall, it's a bit plain. There's nothing on the spine of this box. So for those of you like me who can't display the cover and have to have the box facing sideways, generally the spine is not attractive at all. It looks awful. It looks like just a big red post box. It's it should have Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers written on the spine, or Tom Petty Complete Studio Albums, Volume 2, box set written on the side. So yeah, it's a little bit disappointing in that regard. Overall, the outside of the box, I love the cover. The back cover does its job, but the spine, it is not very good, to say the least. But anyway, the box itself, nice thick card, so very well done, and it opens up at the top like that. And I actually really like this opening. I like how boxes open like this. I mean, a lot of boxes you get now tend to just be, you pull the records out the side. So I really like the top opening on the box. It's really nice. I love how it actually splits the title here. So I really like that. And then, of course, you've got all of the records inside. Which leads me to my next fault with the box. Apparently, there was meant to be a book included in this. And for some reason, the book didn't get put in it. Whether that was because of time constraints or just... they just generally got bored of this idea and thought, oh, I can't be bothered, just put the records out there. However, the box itself was made to fit a book in there. No book. So if I move the records along, there is quite a big gap in here. You know, I can fit nearly my whole hand in there. The gap in here is a good 3 to 4 centimetres thick, which generally is not very impressive. It's not. Really, they should have taken the box back and made it a bit smaller, or they should have just put something else in there. They could have put the Mudcrutch albums in there to fill up the space. So anyway, the good thing is with this box, if you just want to buy the Tom Petty vinyl box sets, if you want to get volume 1 and 2, for when Tom puts out further studio albums, there is room for you to carry on just putting your Tom stuff in the boxes. So you just have to have the boxes and none on the shelves. So that is one upside, I guess, to this. But anyway, let's turn it back. And really, those are my two big flaws with the box. The records themselves are also a bit of a mixed bag. The consistency in how they're made is very strange. They pretty much have just copied the originals identically. And in a couple of albums' sakes, it's a good thing. Highway Companion and Mojo, it's a very good thing, as you'll see when we get there. However, the albums actually come packaged with the spines facing upwards. And when they come with the spines facing upwards, you can actually see the records are just very inconsistent. At the minute, you can see with mine, I actually don't have the spines facing upwards, but you can tell how they start off so low, and then these ones here like gripe up really high. So the consistency of the sizing of the records is not there. But that's because they just copied the original. And you know, the original pressings of course were made different. You've got the first two albums, which are just single sleeve records, and then you've got Echo, The Last DJ, which are, and Hypnotic Eye also, which are just made as very common gatefolded LPs. And then Highway Companion and Mojo are the ones with the really thick spines, which are really nice. So they are all made a bit different. They're all made in their own unique way. But so some cases it works out fine. You know, Highway Companion and Mojo works out fine. Also, you know, we've got gatefolds with Echo, The Last DJ, and Hypnotic Eye. So that also works out really well. However, consistency, if you're a person who likes consistency, it's not there in this box. You could really take these records out of the box, put them on your shelf with your other Tom Petty records from the 70s and 80s, and, you know, they'd look fine. You don't really need the box. The only good thing about the box is the cover. You know, I think the cover's nice. But anyway, let's actually take a look at the records. And the main thing about this box for me is I'm just so happy to own these albums on vinyl, because I love all the albums in here. I don't think Tom has a bad record. I'm such a big fan of his now. I think he's fantastic. So yeah, let's take a look. So the first one up is Wildflowers. Now then, this box does not come in, the box does not give you Blake sleeves. They're not sealed, they're not shrink the records, they just come loose. And because there's so much room, you can afford to put them in sleeves. So that's what I did. I put them in my own Blake sleeves to give them just a much nicer feel, makes them look a bit more new and whatnot. But anyway, here it is. Here is Wildflowers. And it has that very cardy, waxy feel that the original had. And this is one of my favourite albums. It really is. This is in my top 50 albums, for you guys who can remember. Track listing on this one, you know, the title track's one of the best acoustics ever. You Don't Know How It Feels. To Find a Friend's good. It's Good to Be King's good. Honeybee's good. And Wake Up Time might be my favourite on here. So I really love this record. This is honestly such a steal of a record. It's fantastic. You get a little winner with it. You get the lyrics and whatnot, just as the original would have had. And then both records come in identical white line sleeves, so they're protected very nice on the Warner Brothers label there. And yeah, they are in absolutely beautiful condition. So it's very nice. And they have, it is quite thick, this record, so you know, 2 LPs in here with the little inner, you know, there's a lot for a single sleeved record to take, but they do all fit in here very nicely. So they've done a good job at making sure that the records are kept safe and that this is going to stay in nice condition. However, as I say, you know, there's plenty of room in the box set, so if you do want to add your own sleeves, you can quite easily do that, as I've done. I'm sure this box set would also hold polythene sleeves, because there is quite a bit of extra room in there. So anyway, now we'll pop this down here. We'll pop this down somewhere else, so we can keep it out of the way. So the next one up is Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. This is Songs from the Motion Picture, She's the One, which is a very popular 1996 film. So yeah, it's quite a... It's only a single LP set, this one, though, surprisingly. I thought it was going to be a 2 LP set, because there is 15 tracks on here. Well, some of them are quite short songs. So anyway, tracks on this one, I love Walls, it's fantastic. Change the Locks is great. Hope You Never is really good. Arsehole is a cover, but that's a great song as well. California is really good. Angel Dream, Airport. It's really just another solid album. There's a couple little songs on here which you could do without, really. It's a great album. The cover, again, they could have done more with the cover, but, you know, I'm here to talk about the box set. This, you know, the cover of this was decided a long time ago. So anyway, let's take it out. So there it is. It's very nice, you know. Catch it in the light, see it's such a nice copy. And you've got pictures from the bottom, from the film and also from the recording of the album. And same on the back here, you've got a couple of pictures that overlap. So yeah, really nice. And this record here does not have an inner. I couldn't remember if it did or not. I've literally had no time with this box, I'm going to be honest. But here we have got, again, original late 90s Warner Brothers label, which is really nice, in a lined sleeve, so it's very nice. Yeah, no gatefold on this one again, but not really needed, to be honest. It was more needed on Wildflowers, but hey, they have decided to stick to the original looks to the records. So, very nice. So where am I going to put this? I'm going to put this one down here. So then this is where it gets a bit more interesting, looking at the records themselves, because this is where, you know, we go from being single-sleeved records to some gatefolds. And they're all gatefolds from here up, so very nice. So here is the next album up. This is 1999's Echo with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. This is the one album I'm not massively familiar with, because I've got all these albums on CD, and I've already got Mojo and Hypnotic Eye on vinyl. So, you know, this is the first time for all the others on vinyl. But I've got these all on CD, because, you know, big Tom Petty fan, really wanted to hear them. I've only heard this album about 3 times, and that's still quite a few times, but whereas all the others I've played to death, this one I'm just not massively familiar with. But I know I like the title track, Echo. That's really good. Free Girl Now is really good. Counting on You is good. Trying to think now which other ones I like. Accused of Love, that one's pretty good, I know. So yeah, but anyway, here it is, Echo. I love the cover of this album, actually. It doesn't look like Tom, it kind of looks like one of these 90s groups or something. It looks a bit like something U2 would be doing or something like that. So it's very nice. You got the back cover there with the track listing down the bottom. Spine on this one's quite nice and thick, you know, considering She's the One. And Wildflowers didn't have great spines because they're so thin. It's nice to get a nice thick spine here from Tom, so it's really nice. And the gatefold to this one is really nice as well. I'm going to just hold that up there. Very nice. So anyway, let's have a look at the inside. What are we getting here? I'm pretty sure you get with this one, you get original inner sleeves, but they've been very nice. They haven't put the records in them. And then the records come in nice lined sleeves. I'm going to show you the second record for this one, though. It's a bit tight, though, this. I can't lie, you know, getting these sleeves back in. And we're getting there, we're getting there. Right. Okay. So as I say, the records themselves come in these other sleeves. Very nice, like that, and nice lined again. And here's the label. I've taken this record out for a reason, because on Echo and the next album, The Last DJ, you get laser etchings on side D. However, the etchings, again, I think they took a tip out of the people who done the Peter Gabriel etchings. They're generally not too exciting. It's nice that they included them. You know, I like the fact that there's etchings there. But, I mean, they had so many things they could have done there. They could have done the cover, they could have done a guitar or something like that. They could have actually etched Tom on there and the band. So yeah, basically overall I'd say the etching on this one especially, just a little bit underwhelming. They could have done a lot more with that. Anyway, moving on to the next record now, which is actually an album which I really enjoy, which seems to get very little attention, probably the least amount of attention out of Tom Petty's albums, and that is The Last DJ. Now granted, the album cover to this is awful, but I quite like this little logo that they have down here in the corner. Quite like that, that's cool. And I like the back cover, close up of Tom. Now this album has some great tracks on. I love the title track, The Last DJ. I love Dreamville, that's a really good song. Lost Children's good. The Man Who Loves Women is really good as well. But it has a couple songs which I'm not too keen on, like the song Joe. I just generally can't stand that song. That might be my least favourite Tom Petty song ever. But anyway, here we are. The Last DJ. And here is the spine. Pretty simple. You can actually make it out. Let's have a look at the inside though. And the etching. Got another etching to look at. Again, this one has quite a nice gatefold. We got this symbol here, which we'll be seeing again in a minute. And some nice pictures there of the band recording the album. This album also comes with an insert, which is really nice. You know, first time we got one since Wildflowers. You know, see what I mean here by consistency. It's like Wildflowers got an insert. She's the one we got nothing. Echo, we just got original winning sleeves. Now we get another insert. But it's a nice insert. I like the pictures that you get on it. And of course, if you want to sing along, you've got all of the lyrics there. I'll just pop that there for a minute. And then the records, show you the second one, because again we've got another etching to look at. Yeah, another design for the centre of the label. And then here is the etching. I think this is the right way up. So yeah, it's again pretty plain. There's not much to it. So it's a little bit disappointing. You know, you could have really just got a plain black record there and drawn that on with a marker pen. So, again, I think, you know, they could have done a much better job. I think the logo from the corner would have been a much better choice than the one from the gatefold. But, there we go. And I'm going to apologise now for my dog who wants to moan every time I come down here to do a video. Anyway, The Last DJ, I'm just so pleased to own this album on vinyl. Because generally I had a feeling that they would reissue Wildflowers and She's the One at some point. But I never thought that they would reissue an album like this, The Last DJ or Echo. Because they're just not very popular albums. But I really do, especially The Last DJ, love these records. They are very good. Also, if you are going to put these in Blake sleeves, Echo, The Last DJ and Hypnotic Eye do require double Blake sleeves because they're quite thick. But anyway, there's The Last DJ. Oh, just no, didn't damage it. Phew. Okay, so this is where it gets really exciting for me. This is the best record in this box, in my opinion. Not music-wise. This is the best record in this box, packaging-wise. And that is Highway Companion. I mean, yeah, this is a great record to start with. Let's do songs first, you know. Saving Grace is great. Square One is great. Flirting with Time is probably the best one on here. Jack's great. And then This Old Town is also amazing. But anyway, what we're going to do is, I'm going to take this one out of Blake's sleeve. This is really nice because this has one of them super nice thick spines where it's made out of really thick card. When you look at the gatefold, and this album does have quite a nice gatefold, you'll see that they've actually like glued all down here so the records can't overlap and get in the spine, which is really nice. So yeah, they've done a beautiful job on this album. Fantastic job. This is my favourite one in the box. Not music-wise. Music-wise would be Wildflowers. But yeah, quality-wise, this is fantastic. So again, you get a little mini inner. It's a bit better than the other inners actually, because it actually opens up. You get this picture of Tom. Got another one there. Then you open it up and you do have all of the lyrics, which are very nice. And then both records, again, I'm pretty sure it goes all the way through to side 4 on this one. Yep, no action. Just thought I'd better double check, didn't want to miss something. And very plain record design. But hey, it's going to sound fantastic, I know, because these records that are pressed like this just seem to be done so well. It's I don't know why not all records are pressed this well, to be honest. But anyway, probably because it's too expensive. But it's such a nice record, this one. Honestly, it's my favourite one in the box, as I say. This is the one where I kind of opened up and was like, well, they've done a beautiful job on that one. So it's a shame that Wildflowers wasn't done that well. Or she's the one, really. But oh well, it's hey, not everything's perfect. It's good enough. So there's that one. Next two up, I actually do own. And the next two up, I'm sure people have actually seen. But for the sake of the box, we're going to show them still. So the next one up is Mojo, and I have just reviewed this. So if you want to see my review of this, there is a link in the description. And the same thing goes for Hypnotic Eyes. I have just reviewed that. But anyway, Mojo, I love this cover. It's a great cover. The back cover's cool. I love that little logo. So I love the opening track, Jefferson Jericho Blues. Candy's good. No Reason to Cry is probably the best one on here. And Good Enough is really good. But overall, this is an album which you can't really pick and choose from. The whole album is pretty much this solid rock blues album, which flows very well into one another. And just like Highway Companion, they have stuck the inside down, so it's super high quality. And of course, the gatefold on this one is spectacular. I love that gatefold. And with this album, you also get, again, an inner, which is very nice. And the records are on the Reprise label. This is quite hard because it's upside down. But yeah, very nice quality. So this is exactly the same as the one I already own. I was saying in my review, I doubt the one in the box would be this good, because I thought they would. I didn't think they were going to copy the originals identically. So I thought they were going to be made like with the cheap spine, like The Last DJ and Echo were. So I was very surprised by this, so I was incorrect there in my prediction on this album. So yeah, they've actually done a fantastic job with this. Now, if I can get it back in the plastic, that would be helpful. Right, now we are on to the last one, which again they have. I know a lot of people own this album. This is one of Tom's biggest albums, and yeah, very popular album from 2014. Tom Petty, Hypnotic Eye. Now I did put the sticker from the box on this one. I didn't want to put it on Wildflowers because I wanted Wildflowers to look spectacular. So I just put the sticker on here to the box, so you can actually pause that and have a read. But I'll read it to you anyway. So it really, in this box, all it says is the complete studio albums, Volume 2, 1994 through to 2014. 7 classic albums on 180 gram vinyl. Wildflowers is 2 LP set. She's the One is 1 LP set. Echo's 2 LP. The Last DJ is a 2 LP. Highway Companion is a 2 LP. Mojo is a 2 LP. And Hypnotic Eye is a single. Anyway, should have done that sticker first at the start of the video, but I forgot. My apologies. So again, this fantastic album. Favourite tracks on here, Fault Lines, Red River, Full Grown Boy, All You Can Carry, Power Drunk, Forgotten Man, Burnout Town, and I'll say Sing to My Youth. That's a really good track. Love the spine on this one. The spine on this is awesome. There is the cover. There is the back cover. And here is the gatefold. Gatefold, no idea. I got no idea. Record itself comes with a nice little inner, all the lyrics. Very nice. And a record label, just like Mojo. Reprise label. So yeah, there we go. There is all of the LPs from the Tom Petty vinyl box set, Volume 2, 1994 through to 2014. Of course, the box set containing his early albums is also out there. And I do plan to get it eventually. Eventually, I'm in no rush though, because them albums there I do own originals of. These were the ones that I wanted because they were just so incredibly rare on vinyl. So, would I recommend the box? Yes. I think that owning the first 5 albums in this box on vinyl is just an amazing feeling because, honestly, you know, Wildflowers is an incredible album. She's the One is fantastic. Echo and the Last DJ are also very entertaining. Highway Companion is just a fantastic, easy listening Tom/Jeff Lynne album. And of course the other 2 albums in here, Mojo and Hypnotic Eye. Well, Mojo's actually got quite rare. But they are accessible on vinyl. They've been out there for a while, so they're nothing too new and amazing. But they are great albums. So to get them in a nice box is a great feeling. So yeah, these albums, it's definitely worth picking up. I'm very happy with this box because I've got these albums on vinyl, finally. However, I like to think I'm pretty easy to please. You know, all my videos on other vinyl box sets, the John Lennon one, the Eric Clapton one, the Phil Collins one, the Star Wars one, the Beatles one, I've generally been happy with them all. You know, they've all done a nice job. This one is a mixed bag. They've been a bit lazy with it, I feel. You know, they've just taken the originals, bam, we're just going to fill it up with original copies. Or, you know, close to, you know, we're going to repress the original copies. We're not going to put no effort in to give them Wildflowers, gatefolds. We're going to just make them, you know, as cheap as we can in some cases. There's going to be no consistency. They gave up on the book. There's nothing on the spine, so literally that's all I see. Because I don't have room to display the cover. If I did, I'd have the cover on display. But as I don't, that's all I see of my box. So yeah, generally the box could have been better. But okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the box out of 10. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to give this box I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 because I played Wildflowers this morning, and I will say, last thing, the sound quality is incredible. So, you know, I'm so happy to own these on vinyl. Some of them they have put a lot of effort into, like Highway Companion and Mojo. And, you know, they sound fantastic. However, the downfall is that there's a lot of extra room in this box. There's nothing on the spine. And the etchings are a little bit lazy. And, of course, the consistency is just not there. So there's the faults with this box. However, the positives are the sound quality is amazing. To own these records is fantastic. Some of these records have great effort put into making them. And it's just such a pleasure to own. It's such a pleasure to have these albums on vinyl, finally. So anyway, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please hit the subscribe button, like the video, and leave a message. I'll see you next time for another video. Thank you for watching.
You never dreamed you'd go down